Hey guys, welcome to the first YouTube video. This is my F100 1975 with 302 and behind it is an FMX Falcon gearbox, and this will be my first video on the build. We'll be starting off today by sorting out a lot of this wiring, but yeah, let's jump into it. Now the goal for this build is actually to get this car ready to drive to Summer Nats at the start of next year in January. She's a long way from that, in case you can't tell, and we have a lot of work to do. The body, inner guards, grille shell, bonnet, cab, tub, they're all off at sandblasting, getting sandblasted ready to come back for me to do a lot of rust repairs. So there will be a lot of episodes on rust repairs, welding up all the rust holes, roof patches. It had a sunroof that I want to patch up. Now I have already gone and pulled off this wiring that runs down along here to the rear tail lights that are in the tub and to the fuel tank right there. So I've pulled that off, wrapped it up neatly. A lot of this wiring here is in quite good condition. This plug for the rear tail lights, this is the plug that connects up to the main loom. They actually look to be in quite good condition, so I will be ripping off all this old tape and rewrapping it and sealing it all in new stuff, make it look all nice and protect it from the weather a bit because it runs along the inside of this chassis rail. So now I think a lot of this is all separated. A lot of this comes from headlights. This plug here goes through the firewall and connects into the fuse box in the side of the cab. There's not a lot of factory loom here left here actually, so a lot of this will have to be remade. Just there's lots of things like this. There's lots of random little wires that have been piggybacked in off lots of different things, and none of this is factory. All runs to the starter motor, so a lot of it's going to have to be remade. And we'll put new fuse box in and everything, make sure it's all safe. So I think for now we're going to jump into sorting out these wires, these ones, disconnecting them from the back of the starter motor, sorting out the alternator wiring, all of these, and we might tidy up some of these brake lines. So we have the brake master all drained. The brake fluids come down here. It's not really in too bad shape. There's no tears or holes or anything in it, but this will all be getting replaced anyway for something newer, because I'm pretty certain that these are all blocked up inside here, inside all the lines and things, and I will be making new brake lines to run them a lot neater, and I'll try to hide them a little bit in the engine bay, make it a little less messy. So this booster will be getting replaced. I'm not too fussed on how it comes out. I do need to try and get these nuts all off in one piece, because this proportioner valve will be getting reused. Okay, we've finally got the brake master off. One of these came out quite nice, the other one didn't. It snapped off at the top here, but that's okay, these are going to all be replaced anyway. It just had to come out of the proportioner valve nicely, and it did, so I'm happy about that. Now we've got speedo cables undone, cleaned all this wiring up around this section here, undone the brake master. None of this is connected to the motor anymore. We've sort of tidied up the wiring for the alternator there. I think the last thing we have to do before we can pull this motor out is disconnect this fuel line, undo body mounts, front and rear. We've taken the drive shaft out. Lost a bit of gearbox oil, but that's okay. This mount's undone. This mount's undone, and same on the other side. This motor's all ready to be pulled out now. So next time you see it, it'll be on a pallet or in the air, either one. Okay, got a bit more done than I was anticipating, but it's good. Next video will be stripping down this chassis, getting the bare chassis, I-beams, re-diff, ready for sandblasting, and there'll be some episodes cleaning up this motor. Right, hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Bye.